Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my subscribers on YouTube, my peeps on Facebook, everybody at WCC, and everybody who's watching this who is a WWE fan. Of course, this Sunday night, live and only on pay-per-view, from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it is the Elimination Chamber. This will be the 5th annual Elimination Chamber pay-per-view event. So yay for that. Now of course we have 7 matches on the card, 6 on the pay-per-view, 1 on the kickoff show. So let's talk about the kickoff match. It will be Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Curtis Axel and the Ryback, the Rybitch, Goldberg's little slut. Well, you can make it many other jokes for Ryback if you want. I'm taking Cody Rhodes in the Bizarre Goldust. You know, I like this team. You know, everyone's talking about. I know some people are like, oh, they're going to lose so they can do the breakup. Yeah, why would you do a breakup match on a pre-show where, the kickoff in this case, where, yeah, 9 times out of 10, nobody watches the motherfucking kickoff match or the pre-show match. So yeah, nobody would care. Period. Save that for like a Raw or main event or SmackDown, okay? Okay. Now, of course, before I get to the pay-per-view, I'd like to send my condolences to King Mabel and his family. As many of you know, King Mabel, also known as Viscera and Big Daddy V, passed away yesterday, I believe it was. So, my condolences to his family, and, well, this video is dedicated to you. I know I should have probably said that at the start, but I wanted to wait till after the kickoff just because I felt that would be the best way, at least have them said during the pay-per-view part matches. Of course, to me, Mabel will always be remembered for winning the King of the Ring and making The Undertaker wear that stupid fucking mask back in 1995. So, yeah. But, anyway, King Mabel, you will be missed. Now, continuing, first off, Darren Young takes on Titus ONeil. As many of you know, the Primetime Players have recently broke up. This is to see which one can actually stay relevant, in my humble opinion. So pretty much, yeah, this is what Primetime was supposed to do originally. Unfortunately, Shad was a fucking moron. He didn't want to stay, apparently. Or whatever, I don't know. So yeah. This is going to be one of those good old... This is going to be the match where you kind of can discuss who's the Shawn Michaels, who's the Marty Jannetty, what have you. Water. It's a good thing. Alright, well, I'm taking Titus ONeil in this one. A lot of people in WCC know I'm very high on him. Of course, when I did on WWE 2K14 before I took it back in for, play off Infamous and all that, I had Titus ONeil as one of my champions. I had him join Mark Henry and Tensai, better known as A-Train, or Albert. So yeah, I'm going to take ONeil. I think ONeil will be a champion before this year's over. Just don't ask me what title he's going to win, because it's probably not going to be it ain't going to be the WWE title, that's for fucking sure. But yeah, I'm going to take ONeil. Next, Tag Team title match. The New Age Outlaws defend against the Usos. Now, I'm taking the Usos on this one, but like I said on Overload last night, I think the Outlaws will keep the belt. I think the Outlaws will lose by countout. And you know the rules in a title match. You have to pin or make the champion submit. Winning by DQ or countout does not mean a damn motherfucking thing. So yeah. I'm going to take the Usos, but they will win by countout. So the Outlaws will keep the belts. I think the Usos will win the tag team titles, but I think it's going to be at WrestleMania. I don't think they're going to have them do it at Elimination Chamber. I think that'd be a little fucked up, but yeah, I'm going to say Usos win by countout. Next, Big E Langston takes on Jack Swagger. Now, anybody who in WCC who does the fantasy wrestling thing, where we draft wrestlers for our team, yada yada yada, knows I have Big E as my captain. So, this is a big important match. You know, I have a lot of points rating on this match. And I said it on Overload, I'll say it again tonight. I think the Real Americans are going to pull the hat, are going to go 2 for 2. Now, of course, I know my buddy Greg is like, oh, how can you believe Cesaro is going to win? I will explain my reasonings when we get to the chamber. But anyway, you pretty much know how I have picked now. I'm picking Cesaro, but I think everybody who knows me knew that was going to happen. And I'll explain why later. But I'm going to take Jack Swagger to win the Intercontinental title. Next, Batista versus Alberto Del Rio. Now, normally, I would pick Alberto Del Rio. But like I said with the Rumble, we know Batista's probably booked to win because it's either because he's a part of the Triple H clique or he's Vince McMahon's person of the fucking month or whatever. Pretty much, yeah, I said it, I've been saying it, Batista will probably win this. Batista's probably going to be used until it's time for him to go promote his Marvel movie coming out this year, so yada yada yada. Yeah, I feel sorry for Alberto Del Rio, he's being pretty much paid to put over Batista. It fucking sucks, but what can you do? I'm not happy Batista's back, but I know there's some who are, so for those who are, congratulations. Go have a freaking cookie. And drink some milk, you dummies. Yeah, I'm taking Batista though. I don't want to, but common sense has to come on this one. Next, 6-man tag match. The Wyatts take on Shield. Yeah. I'm taking the Wyatt family on this one. Here's how I think it's going to happen. Right when Roman Reigns is standing up for the spear on Bray Wyatt, I think I finally said that correctly. Dean Ambrose is going to tag himself in. Roman Reigns is going to look at him like, what the fuck are you doing? And right when Roman Reigns is going out of the ring, Mr. Wyatt's going to hit Sister Abigail and Dean Ambrose and get the 1, 2, 3, causing that shift and finally, ending the Shield. Now, I know my buddy Greg, he's not going to like it because he doesn't think, I don't know if he wants Shield to break up or not, but it was bound to happen eventually. I think you'll at least get a good, decent U.S. title match. Granted, I think Seth Rollins will be the guest referee for that U.S. title match, just to add more mystery, since he's pretty much been neutral to a certain extent in this. So yeah, gotta take the Wyatts. Main event time. Randy Orton versus Cena versus Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro versus Christian. Now, common sense would tell you Randy Orton's winning this match. But the reason I'm taking Cesaro is this. He beat Orton on SmackDown. He had a damn good showing, almost defeated Cena. I think it would have been better off, but I know some people are saying sometimes even in a loss you can look good. I get that point to a degree. Plus, let's remember, with all the shit that's happened recently in WWE, with the CM Punk situation, which how some of the fans are upset at the fact that there's a possibility of Randy Orton versus Batista at Mania, which if that happens, Evolution's come full circle. Well, to be honest, I think there's even people who are not Cena fans. If it's down to Orton or Cena, I think they would rather have Cena, because at least then, love or hate the guy, at least you would fucking talk about the match. And, unlike with Orton and Batista, which would be watching paint dry. Because, I'm sorry, the promos, if it's Orton and Batista at Mania, the promos for that match and Mike Rook will suck so bad you'd rather watch paint dry, play Shaq Fu, or watch golf. So, I'm hoping Orton does not win, but I'm taking Cesaro because of what that's happened. Now, with that being said, I am going to go out on this. I think whoever does win the Chamber, I wouldn't be surprised if we see what happened a few years ago. What I mean by that is, because I'm sure some people who don't remember this, which again, wrestling fans are not known for having the best memory, and that is this. A few years ago, I think it was back in, I'm trying to remember what year it was. Was it 2011 or 2010? I'm trying to remember what year it was. Yes, I remember now. It was 2010. Then Elimination Chamber match to kick off the show. It's for the WWE title. John Cena would defeat Sheamus, Triple H, Orton, Ted DiBiase, and Kofi Kingston. But what happened right after that match? Vince McMahon comes strolling out and says, Batista, you got a match with the champion right now. I would not be surprised if that was to happen at Chamber if Daniel Bryan won or pretty much anybody won. You know, shake things up. Now, of course, I'm sure most know, I know my buddy Captain Ron, and I know no one's going to probably like this. If that happens, we know what that means. They're sending up Batista versus Brock Lesnar. Which, guess what? That would actually probably be more, at least, somewhat entertaining from the mic point of view, because Paul Heyman will actually make it fun. So, if it is Brock Lesnar comes on and says, oh, I want my title match now, yada, 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 because he says he's the #1 contender, fine. At least it won't be Orton and Batista. Granted, if it is Lesnar and Batista, it's going to be the worst match since Lesnar and Goldberg, unless for some weird reason they can actually make it work, which Paul Heyman and the whatever's working out for him. But yeah, it all depends, my friends, on what happens. I think we can agree on that. So anyway, my picks for this Sunday. I'm sure my head's been moving up and down. Sorry, I like to relax when I'm doing these. Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Titus ONeil. Outlaws keep the belts, but the Usos win by countout. Jack Swagger becomes Intercontinental Champion. Excuse me, fucking with though. Batista beats Alberto Del Rio. The Wyatts defeat the Shield, and Cesaro becomes WWE Champion. But like I said, I think Brock Lesnar will come out after the match and become WWE Champion. I just don't. You know, granted, I think that's what a lot of people are calling for, that are predicting either Orton wins or Lesnar's going to come out and become champion. It's one of those two. If WWE is smart, you don't have Orton win and you don't have Lesnar come out. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if this, because you know, if Lesnar was to win it during one of the matches on Raw, of course that would throw in the explanation if, and I'm going to say this, let's say Orton does lose and Lesnar does not come out, does that mean we're seeing a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the belt? Because that would actually probably work better than Batista versus Orton or Batista versus fucking Lesnar. But again, those are just my opinions, my picks. Let me know what you think of my picks. Do you agree or disagree with them? And until next time, this is the DUG signing off saying, enjoy the pay-per-views this Sunday, enjoy the video gaming, enjoy the movies, enjoy life. And I will see you next time. Woo!